Ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Welcome back to the Jenna Julien Podcast.
Yeah.
I just almost got out of breath from that. This week's episode is brought to you by MeUndies, guys. No more riding up the bum. No more saggy underwear. Time to get you some MeUndies. 3 times softer than cotton. New designs each month, shipped right to your door. Guys, you're going to get 20% off, free shipping, and their 100% satisfaction guarantee. And get the best, softest, dankest underwear there is.
Mine's
she's wearing some right now.
Red stripes and blue stripes
Which pair
and
am I
white.
wearing? I'm wearing the... This is going to be green screened out probably. I'll just give myself a front wedgie. Go to MeUndies.com/JennaJulien. I have something in my eye.
Front wedgie on me. Are you okay?
Yeah, I get 20% off and free shipping. And it's going to change your underwear life, guys.
Forever.
It feels like you're naked, but you're not. It's even cooler than that. Also, guys, brought to you by Wink. Merlot, Chardonnay, Rosé, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, Pinot Grigio. Guys, that's confusing. Okay, let Wink do the hard work for you when it comes to wine. Wink is a service. You hear me? I'm like wheezing right now.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I didn't take my inhaler today. No, it's fine. I'm just I exerted myself.
What, from the intro?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm okay. Guys, if you don't know anything about wine, the difference it makes when you have Wink on your side is they do all the hard work for you. They get your palate profile. You take a little quiz, and then they send you wine that's tailored to your specific taste preference.
Sweet.
And it's really awesome, guys. They send curated wines directly to your front door. Every month there are new delicious wines, and they're great. There's no membership fees. You can skip any month and cancel anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out by going to TryWink. That's TRYWINC.com/JennaJulien for $20 off.
I just got kicked in
your
the
first
circle.
shipment.
And you never have to go to the store to get wine. It's delivered to you.
I told you that one of the conditions of having the dogs in the room when we podcast is you can't allow him to cry at you the whole time. So
okay. Well, he only cried once and kicked me in a circle.
Maybe put him somewhere.
Guys,
no, Peach, no.
That's your daughter.
Okay, if you put Kermit up top, he'll stay up there.
Okay, guys, you want to go sit on your little bed? Come here, one. Good boy. Good bud. Whoa. Come here, Peach. Good girl. No, you're not coming to Mommy's lap. You
Hi.
Sit up here. Okay.
We will be resuming soon.
Marble, lay down. I'm back.
Wow. What are we doing today?
It's Oprah's favorite things. Except we ain't Oprah. We Jenna and Julie.
I've always
it's our
wanted
favorite things.
I've always wanted to make a favorites video. I just never thought I was cool enough to do that.
Well, I feel like when people do them, it's like beauty community sort of, and they have new products every month. So we want to know what you liked that month. But I mean, we're just normal people.
We're just normal ass.
You could probably make
people.
one favorites thing, but I couldn't make you a favorites video every month. My favorites, some of my favorites.
I just don't have that many things. But
True.
I think this could be a cool series to have.
True.
Because I do have things
that
I like and you see in vlogs and whatnot, but to highlight them specifically is cool. Because cool things and things that are worth your money, they're worth talking about.
True.
And they're worth your money too, I think.
For sure.
So keep in mind, the things that's most worth your money is Wink and MeUndies, okay? But beneath that, we are going to be showing you some of our favorite things that we use in our life, whether it's everyday life or our work or whatever, for pleasure. I have on this table amassed a group of items, namely this Fanny Pack that is holding a bunch of smaller items that we're going to show you. I want Jenna to start, though. So
okay. Well, my first thing is no surprise. And they actually on my body, okay? My first favorite thing is black leggings. Straight black. High-waisted, beautiful, amazing.
Where'd
These
you get
ones, well, these ones are from Lululemon, and I understand that they're $90, and some people don't like that. But as the legging connoisseur, let me tell you, I used to buy many $10 pairs of leggings, and then I would always walk around with a hole in my butt, and I was like, it's just part of my pants. I can't get to the store right this second. Stop making fun of me. But I finally, why are you looking at me?
I'm just listening. This is a riveting story.
I finally invested in one pair of Lululemon leggings 5 years ago, and I still have them. Like I'd say I
They're
have
quality. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 pairs of just the plain black ones that have lasted me. You know, people whine about the pilling or stuff that sometimes happens with the different materials. But like I really haven't experienced a lot of that. And they're like, don't put them in the dryer. And I'm like, I'll do what I want. I put all of them in the dryer.
Yeah.
And they're all fine and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you dry and wash them and dry them and wash them.
I don't give a fuck.
Beat the fuck out of them and they don't break ever.
Yeah,
and They have very specific wash and dry instructions, and you ignore all of them, and they still last.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, money-wise, like, I went through enough pairs of, like, cheap ones that would probably equal one solid pair of, like, $90 leggings from Lululemon, and it would have lasted me the same amount of time, if that makes sense.
No, I get that. I get that, yeah.
Because I used to go to this place next to my grocery store in Boston and buy leggings, and they were literally, like, $10. And then there's so many pictures of me like wearing them and stuff, and there'd be a hole in the butt. Yeah. And I was like, there's a hole in my butt. I'm very sorry about it. But I'm 30 now and I can't just do that.
There should only be one hole in your butt.
Because now it's like, excuse me, lady. Wow, Julian. Lady, you can't just walk around like that. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm an adult. You know what I mean? But to me, for like my personal preferences in a legging, which is I like them to be long because I wear my socks under here and then I wear them like down to my feet because I have kind of short legs, you know, but I like that. It feels really good. And I like when it goes up to here, it feels really good, you know? I just think that they're really good.
Good.
Yeah, and those are good material. I have a couple different ones in a different material, but I like just the regular ones. But I don't really fuck with the crop ones or like the...
You just like the straight up...
just straight black ones.
They make your butt look good.
But like how much do I wear these?
Every day.
Every day.
Literally every day.
I mean, I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would dress them up and wear them out to things. So
yeah.
They're not only my cash pants, but they my dress pants.
Cash pants. Okay. So on the topic of clothing, my first one is nutritional yeast.
That is not clothing.
Yes, but I would take a bath in it, and I wouldn't mind.
That's also one of my favorite things. I mean, it didn't write on the list, but I agree with you.
We have anywhere from like 3 to 7 full containers of this in the house at any given time. It's nutritional yeast, or nooch, or the gold lifeblood of vegans. I don't know. This is something that makes anything taste cheesier, better, just wonderful. Mm-hmm. You can put it literally on anything you're cooking. Pasta. Yep, that's literally all we cook. No, like seriously, yeah, like sauces,
soups.
Yeah, even just like you can even throw it on like a salad dressing or whatever. Like anything you're making, this will make it so much better.
But there'll be a time when we're making a pizza sauce or like a lentil bolognese or something, and you want it to just be a little cheesier or thicker. You throw some nooch in there.
And it looks like
nooch
fish food.
Nooch is a gross word.
It looks like fish food. It's got like flakes. Hey, Peach, go away. Go. Seriously.
But the popcorn. Think of the popcorn that we make.
Yeah, you can. So basically, you can use this for spices. So you get like it acts as like a cheesy sort of binder.
Right.
And it's amazing. It's like I don't even know. It's like this is just if you're in need of some vegan cheese substitutes or cream whatever substitutes, this is what you want.
Not cream.
Well, it makes things creamy. You can cream things up.
Yeah, but it's not like a cashew.
No, this is not cream, but
so we make a popcorn where you like do the oil in your pot and then you put your popcorn kernels in there, and then you can use vegan butter if you're feeling a little naughty. But we do a mix of that, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt, and you put that on popcorn. It makes this like delicious fucking cheesy popcorn. Amazing.
Yes.
And it has B vitamins in it.
Go buy this. You will not be disappointed. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, if you're into it, you don't have to.
Buy it. Actually, I'm selling this one. $10 or best offer. No, yeah, nutritional yeast, definitely really a staple in the kitchen. Okay, your turn. Nooch.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that I've shown this many a time, but one of my favorite things is this amazing rosewater facial spray with aloe, herbs, minerals, and a word that I can't pronounce. But it is just,
don't get that shit near me.
Oh my God, it's my fucking favorite. This one is actually like almost empty. But so I originally got this because I was looking for sort of like a toner, and rosewater makes really nice toner. But this one was cheap. Like, this is maybe $10, but this is a big size, and that was just at my beauty supply store. Like, you could probably get it for cheaper than that somewhere else. But this lasts so long, and I love it when it's super hot and you're just like out in the world and you're like, God, it's fucking hot, and you just pull this out and spray your face with it. First of all, it feels amazing. It's moisturizing, hydrating, love it. But I'm also a cheap bitch, and I use this as my setting spray when I'm doing my makeup because it's like,
the one thing it has going for it is that it smells good when you spray it everywhere.
oh, that one was too close. But this was the like Honey Wee and Van Nuys. That was a crackhead moment. This is that spray.
If you do that in public, you're gonna get some weird looks. But hey,
I swear though, like there's some days when it's like really hot and I wash my face and I spray this on a little bit, do like a light moisturizer, and this like sort of keeps my skin moisturized enough for the day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But this is so much cheaper than a makeup setting spray where they sell you a thing that's this big.
I don't know the
like,
whole world.
I like this.
Yeah, I guess it probably is a more economical.
Yeah, but it probably isn't like as good. But I don't know. I'm not super into like.
Does setting spray have something other than? Is there a chemical in it that makes makeup stay?
I don't know about chemical, but I have no idea what they're made of. I know that some people like certain ones other than other ones, but I've tried like the Urban Decay one and the NYX one.
Herbal Decay.
Herbal Decay. Sorry, Julian, my bad. And I felt like this did the same thing. If anything, just made my skin more hydrated than a traditional setting spray. But I am not a beauty expert. You'll have to ask someone that knows what they're fucking talking about. But I use this more, I would say, for like, I like throwing it in my bag and going around and spraying it when it's hot. It's like, you know when you're a kid and you had one of those fans with a water bottle in it and you would spray it on yourself? It's like that for adults, but like with some stuff that'll make your skin nice.
All right.
Amazing.
I fuck with that.
Love it. And I set my makeup with it.
I already know how much you use that thing, so.
I go through a lot of these.
She's not lying. It's like one of your favorite things.
It's also one of my favorite things to ask people if they'd like to get sprayed and then spray them. Would you like a spray?
No, I'm wearing glasses. Do not add.
Oh, I feel better already. TBH, I feel amazing.
I hated that.
It's so mad at me right now. I deeply apologize, but I regret nothing.
I need to just hydrate for a second with my Hydro Flask.
Oh, it's Julian's favorite thing. That's probably your favorite thing in the whole world. That thing is attached to your body.
Hydro Flasks are very popular. You probably know what it is. This is the growler version. They have different names for different sizes. I initially bought one of my best friends the growler for I think Christmas or his birthday or something, and because he's a big dude and he hydrates a ton, and he would appreciate the fact that it stays cold in this vacuum insulated whatever. But it was this massive, I don't know how many liters or whatever. It's like, let's see, 64 ounces, 1.9 liters. That's a fucking lot. And for me, I always had the smaller one, but I found myself refilling it. Like 64
ounces, isn't that like if you drank one of those a day, that's like what they say you should, like 8
cups or something?
8-ounce glasses of water a day.
Yeah, I guess it is.
So that's like a full day, but you go through like 3 of those a day.
I go through like 2 of them a day, but having to refill it once in the middle of the day instead of like 3 times throughout the day is amazing. They have the top. You need to stop crying because we're podcasting. You need to like literally stop crying.
He wants a hug.
Also, shouts out really quickly to our awesome friends at PUBG for giving us these awesome partner hoodies with our names on them.
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay. Anyway, so it stays cold. Oftentimes, I will forget to take this home from jiu-jitsu. And I will get it the next day, and it is still cold. The water is still cold in it. And that's how long it stays cold. It's incredible. And it doesn't stick out at all, especially when you get a color like this.
But you have that special mouthpiece on it that makes that really nice.
Yeah, so you pop it up.
His is like squishy at the top, though, so it's really nice. Like the ones where you just open them and drink out of, I hate that.
I used to have to do that. But then, you get the sippy top, and it has the straw thing. Yeah. It's amazing. I love this thing. So stay hydrated with your Hydro Flask.
Like next to you at all hours of the day.
Yeah, it's great.
It's always with Julian.
It's great.
All right. My next favorite thing is ginger candies. This is probably one of your favorite things too, right?
Gingins.
Where's the yellow bag?
Over here.
So,
Not for you. We're
I didn't
working.
know what these were. Julian introduced me to these. But something that I do know about myself is that ginger is like really magical to me. Like, I don't know if you...
Did you know that before you met me? Like, what, you knew that, like, it would help you?
Actually, no.
Yeah.
I didn't know that ginger had that effect on me until I met you. So I get like really, for always like my whole life, like seafood has made me really sick. Like if it's just in or around anything, like I get physically nauseous and I have thrown up from trying it when I was a kid. And my dad was like, "You'll like it." I'm like, "Dad, no, I really don't think I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to throw up." And it makes me throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Not like allergic, like I don't get hives, but it makes me physically fucking sick.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes just like flying or like motion sickness or stuff like that. I'm like, I always was like, I don't want to take Dramamine. Like, I don't want to feel weird or whatever. And Julian told me, I think it was because I had accidentally ingested fish,
We
right?
were in Australia years ago.
Was that the first time?
And you had, we basically had laksa.
Laksa, that's what it was.
Is it Luxor?
Laksa.
I don't know. Rome says it with a weird accent, and then I don't know how it's properly said.
Laska. Laksa.
Laksa, yes. Laksa. Whatever. It's a soup.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like is it Vietnamese? No, it's something. Chinese, Thai. It's popular in Australia. Rome showed us what it was. We ordered Jenna the veggie option.
Right.
But it turns out the broth had fish in it, and
or
Jenna's,
maybe not. But it must have been cooked near or with something with fish, and it just made me sick.
And so Jenna was like ill, like she was like borderline vomiting. Wasn't vomiting, but she was like really nauseous. All of a sudden, it kind of hit her all at once. So I ran down to the local pharmacy, and she was like, you know, get whatever you can. And I found these ginger tablets, which normally I would say you'd have to really dig for those at pharmacies like CVS or wherever you are in the world.
They're hard to find.
They're not the front of the aisle. At the front of the aisle is the Dramamine or the anti-nausea medication, over-the-counter stuff. But I've always been a fan of ginger because growing up, I've always had the worst stomach, and ginger has been one of the things that consistently made my nausea go down, my stomach pain go down. So I got her the medicine, but I was like, I'm going to try these ginger tablets because I think she probably, if I can get her to take them, which is going to be a hard task, they're going to work.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know if you heard me, but like, I'm going to fucking throw up and ginger's not going to help, bitch. I'm going to throw that up too. But so I took it and my nausea just disappeared. And again, those ginger tablets are kind of hard to find in the US. I haven't been able to find them. You can find like ginger gum and you can find ginger candies, but I haven't been able to find any real ginger tablets. But either way, the ginger in the candy and the gum does sort of do the same thing for me.
As long as it's made with pure ginger.
Yeah. And then like after that, like I would keep a bunch of ginger because we found some in Japan too of like ginger candies. I'm like, these are really good.
And we never travel without them now.
Yeah, so I would leave them in my backpack to travel with, and then I would find myself being like, "Oh, is that ginger candy? I kind of want to eat that, but I want to save it till sometime when I'm like, I don't feel that good, or we're traveling or something. You know, I should save that." But I'm like, I don't know, I kind of want to eat that ginger candy. So we found this at Whole Foods. This whole like brand and line is Gingins, and these are like chewy ginger candies, and these are fucking delicious. Like we eat these for like dessert.
Yeah, well, it's also, I mean, it's really
good.
It's a spicy apple flavor.
Yeah, if you don't like spicy, don't eat it because we gave one to Shan and it was too spicy.
Well, that's part of ginger is it bites a little bit if you're having it in its pure form, and if you're sensitive to like kind of like spicy like real
ginger.
Natural spice, ginger is going to be a little much for you, but if you enjoy that and you also want something that's going to like, this curbs your appetite like as a dessert, like you have it and you're just like, oh, like I'm spicy now, I don't crave anything. You know what I mean?
I understand where you're coming from. I don't think you can claim that it actually
I'm just saying like it cleanses your palate, and it's like
really
if you're craving chocolate cake and you eat one of those, you're not going to want chocolate cake after.
I think that's totally up to the person and how bad they want chocolate cake, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
It's really good though. I like them a lot.
All right, my next one is a Neat Dude beanie, but I think
that's also on my favorite list.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we have like 25 Neat Dude beanies in this house. They're dispersed amongst many rooms and closets, but this is one of them. This is the Neat Dude Wofsco one. But our friends Chris, Nick, and John, who own the company, need to. The beanies that they make are the best beanies I've ever worn. So that's just a quick one. But I'm going to skip that one.
My list says a beanie, preferably black and neat, dude.
Yeah. But while we're on food, I want to go over my current favorite beer, which is the American Pale Ale made by Glutenberg. This is a 360 view. This is the bottom of it. I have a limited selection of beer I can have safely.
Yeah. We can drink cider, but beers is
different. But as a beer drinker, I enjoy beer, so it's hard to find. There's a few companies that I know make good beer. And this is one of my favorites. This is not my like all-time favorite, but it's my current favorite. Mm-hmm. It's smooth. There's good flavor. It's not an IPA, so it's not too intense, but it isn't just like a blonde. So I don't know if you're a beer drinker and it comes in the tall boy size, which I like. This is my current favorite. This is absolutely delicious, and for the gluten-free options that I have, this is like right up there, and it makes me feel normal. It's really good though. If you're a beer drinker and you can't have gluten, I would recommend.
It is a good beer. All right, my next one is probably, I'm pretty sure, the most expensive thing that's on here, and it is expensive.
Try me, bitch.
Like, when we bought it, I was like, I don't know, man, that seems like a fucking lot. But, like, it's a Vitamix, the blender.
Oh.
I feel like if you were just using your blender for, like, smoothies, like, it's totally unnecessary. Like, that kind of high-powered blender at that price is really... Because I used to use a blender for years, like 10-plus years, that was nothing like a Vitamix, and was totally fine if you're just blending, like, fruit and ice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But once we got into the whole, like, we're going to make a cashew cream sauce or, like, soup stuff or, that kind of thing.
Getting more creative with what we're cooking.
Yeah. It's just the fucking best thing in our kitchen.
It's hard to imagine having a normal blender after living with a Vitamix.
Yeah.
Because for instance, like here's an example. If you want to make a cashew cream sauce, generally you have to soak those cashews overnight so they're soft enough to blend into a cream. Not with a Vitamix. You just throw them in with a Vitamix and they blend up exactly as they would have.
Even if the recipe's like soak them for 2 to 4 hours, we just go and throw them in there with the water, and you're like, oh, look at that. It's so beautiful and ready.
Yeah, the Vitamix is spectacular. And if you, like, again, I know this sounds annoying or whatever, but if you're a vegan and you're making a lot of like cheese and cream substitutes by hand, which is a lot of time what you do, and it sounds taxing rather when you hear that, like making sauce by hand.
Right.
But in reality, you're putting just a handful of ingredients in a blender, and it comes out as cheese or cream. Like, and the Vitamix is definitely like the most capable thing I think we have in the kitchen.
It's really great for that stuff. I mean, it's totally not a necessity, and I think that there are cheaper, high-powered blenders like on the market. But I'd say a high-powered blender
that we have experience with.
Yeah, it's just really my.
When did we buy that thing? Like 4 years ago?
Even longer than that, maybe 5.
And we use it every day still, pretty much?
Every single day.
Yeah.
Because we usually make at least one smoothie a day at one point. Mm-hmm. And then we use it for dinner almost every single night. But well, also, maybe if you're a vegan or a celiac or a person that follows none of those things, like you could buy something and use it. Whereas a lot of times we might be able to find like a vegan pesto that has some sort of gluten in it, or something that's gluten-free and absolutely not vegan. So we find ourselves having obviously to like make a lot of the stuff that we want. So some of that does come with, you got to blend up something and put it in something.
Yeah.
I think we use it even more than we're aware of,
We do, yeah. We use it more than a coffee maker. We
do use it more than a coffee maker.
Insane, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I think you're actually right. I think that is the most expensive thing on the list.
Mm-hmm. For mine, yeah.
But it's worth it. All right, my next one. This is something I'm not sure if you can currently buy, but there is an artist by the name of Alex Pardee, who our friend Shan showed me who he was, and he makes... This is his artwork, right, on the back of this. This is a pin print that he sold. And I think it was like a one-time thing, and it's sold out now. But I bought 2 of them. I have one here, and he did another design I have in the other room.
It's a pin.
And for someone who loves pins, collects pins, and makes pins, you basically pin your favorite lapel pins on here, and you hang this up on the wall. And then you have the artwork with the pins decorated on top of it.
It's so cool.
And I have not seen anything like this. I've seen pin boards, I've seen cushion boards, I've seen cork boards, but I've never seen anything that's already filled with art. And then on top of it, you put your pins. I think that's really cool. So I have 2 pin prints. Like I said, this one.
And he hangs them in the office.
Yeah. So this one has all the pins that I collect that are my favorite to display because I have more. And then the other one are all of my pins.
All of your pins, yeah.
So I think it's super cool. He's actually a really rad artist. He's been doing like Twitch streams of his artwork. It's pretty cool. Like,
oh, I love that.
Watching him draw and stuff. Anyway, I don't know if you could buy it, but it's Alex Party's print.
But even if someone couldn't buy it, that's something that you could make. It's such a cool idea to like make a little canvas thing with a painting on it. So
it's
that
very
you could
cool.
hang your pins on it. I like it a lot.
Hey, Marble.
Okay, my next 2 go together because I'm biased because they're mine. Not really though. But pop sockets and a phone case with a wallet in it. I don't know what I did before this, and I can never live without it.
A phone case with a wallet?
Yeah, because I'm not the kind of girl that really carries around a purse a lot.
You used to be, and then you lost it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sad. But even that was like a nice going out purse. That wasn't like a... Bluey. No, that's like a wristlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to carry a wristlet, I guess.
Used to carry a wristlet, yeah.
But yeah, at this point, I don't carry a bag really every day. And this is like, I just have all my credit cards and then, my water or whatever I'm bringing with me.
But the specific brand of case doesn't matter, right? It's just whatever you like.
This one is by Silk, it says.
I think we got that on Amazon.
Yeah, we did. Because you know when you go into like a store and they only have all like a certain kind of case and then they have a bunch from those brands or whatever. And you're like, well, I want all the cool ones I see on Amazon. How come you guys don't carry different shit? This is all very corrupt. But I really, this is the second one of this case that I have that I keep my cards and license and stuff in. And then since I have a big ass phone, I have 2 pop sockets, which changed my life and is the best thing in the world because I can use my phone like this and it sits as a little screen. And then if I pop it down a little bit, now I can play Hearthstone while I'm eating breakfast and shit. I can hold it like this. I put it in between my fingers. Everyone's like, that's so unnecessary. And I'm like, yeah, but look at this. It's amazing. I love it. And we're still working on another round of pop sockets, so I apologize.
Which, by the way, we might be giving you some updates on that soon.
We're trying, but I genuinely cannot live without my double pop sockets and my phone case with my cards in it.
All right. Well, on the topic of phone cases and pop sockets, I have the opposite. I have something called a love handle, and trust me, I like pop sockets. I actually have a few phone cases with pop sockets on them, so I'll swap them out from time to time. But something about this love handle I love. Regardless, the thing that's more important that I want to show you is this new phone case. But it's not just the case, y'all. This is a Moment phone case, but it is part of the Moment mobile lens system.
This boy.
So because you have the case on,
one of those people.
You attach the lens.
He one of those people.
This is what it looks like. This is currently the 18 millimeter wide lens. So if you...
I don't want to be in a wide lens. Thank you very much.
All right, so... You know what? I'm trying to show my product here. All right, so I don't know if you can see, but like, check this out, okay? So that's the shot you get normally, and then you put the lens on. Hold on, I'm doing this pretty jankily. Okay, and then you put the lens on, and I'm that much farther out. You see that? So this is the wide lens, and I'm going to show you the super fish, which is even wider. It's like distorted almost, which is kind of cool. If you
don't you have a macro lens for that?
I do have a macro lens as well, yeah, where you can.
Yeah, so the whole reason he got the macro lens in some of these was so that he could take... Because Julian has lenses like that for his camera and everything, but you didn't have a macro lens for your camera and you wanted to take pictures of your pins.
Yeah, so exactly. I don't... a macro lens for my... Like a full-blown lens to put on my A7S is an expensive thing. Like,
oh my God, they're like $3,000.
No, they're not like $3,000. They're like upwards of $800 to like $2,000, depending on what lens you get.
Or if you get it used.
Well, and also like... I eventually it'd be cool to have a macro lens because the reason is when you get a full lens to put on your mirrorless or DSLR, you're not just getting and the limiting thing about the macro version of this is that you can only photograph something right on top of it. If you move a little back, it's out of focus. With a proper camera lens, it's the macro ability of focus goes from right up close to like here, which this range is the toughest to get with most lenses. It normally starts to get in focus out here. So instead of only being down here or only being up here, you feel that range. But for what I need, which is taking up close pictures of pins, they sell a macro.
Yeah.
So I bought the lens kit, and it's
really nice.
It's not cheap, but the lenses are freaking quality. There's no distortion. You can feel them in the weight. They attach very easily to your phone case.
There's a very specific type of person that would buy that product, and you're one of those people.
And I would say the iPhone 10, if you have it, it's like a great freaking camera built into it. So like, might as well get the most of it, right?
Yeah. Can I tell you a sad story?
What?
When I was a kid, I saw this really beautiful picture, like book of all these pictures close up of like plants. And I was so moved and excited by the photography in this book. And I was like, oh my God, I want to take pictures like that. So I used the camera that I had, which was a $10 Kodak disposable film camera. And I went out to my yard because, you know, you just go and you take a picture and you don't see it. It's gone until you get your film developed.
Yeah.
I went out to my backyard and I started taking beautiful pictures of the leaves and the flowers up really close, fucking super close. And I got that whole roll of film back and I was like, I just do not understand how that man took those pictures. It is impossible.
They were all out of focus or something?
They were so fucking blurry. It was like, my mom was like, that's great, sweetie. And I'm like, Mom, look at them. It's just all green and blurry because I'm zoomed in on a fucking bush. This sucks. I give up.
Oh, shit.
It's cute, though. Like when a child, you know, I just have no idea, like, what goes into it. And I'm like, I'm just going to go take pictures. I'm like, fuck.
That's a sad story.
I really fucked this up somehow. All right, we moving on?
Yeah, but I think I just want to interject because I know you talked about your leggings, but I have something probably even more comfortable than leggings, and it's MeUndies.
Julien.
And I think, honestly, you know, we don't exactly have our hand in what week what sponsors fall on. I think it's perfect that MeUndies fell on this week because they are actually my favorite underwear I've ever worn, and they belong in the favorites episode.
It's true.
I wear MeUndies every single day. I don't wear other underwear. I don't. And until they invent...
pretty close to right there
and
with
until
you.
They invent like a sport compression short, which I'm desperately hoping for, I will literally only wear MeUndies on my bottom because the only time I don't is when I wear my jiu-jitsu compression shorts or whatever. MeUndies, guys. Okay? The softest, coolest underwear you could ever get. I don't even know what this print is called. It's awesome. They have literally new prints each month. Their banana print that they recently promoted is super cool. I can't wait to get mine in my mailbox. I don't have to go anywhere. You give them your size and they send you underwear in the mail. It seems like almost too simple to like exist. How have other companies not figured that out? It's so easy. They're so sure that you will love their underwear. Guys, 100% satisfaction guaranteed to you. If you don't love your first pair, you get your money back, okay? Full refund. Right now, the Ding Fam gets 20% off your first pair, and they got the shipping, okay? Go to MeUndies.com. That's MEUNDIES.com/Jenna Julien. Pick out a pair of underwear, buy it with the code, and check it out. Put it on your bum. There's a fly in the room. Why? Why are you here?
No,
why
Julian,
are you like this?
Just ignore him.
He's not wearing MeUndies. Anyway, guys, check it out or click the link in the bio. They've absolutely changed my life in the underwear arena, and I never want to go back. Speaking of never want to go back, I never want to go back to the grocery store and pick out wine like a schleeb. I want it to be shipped to me by experts. I want experts who know exactly what they're talking about. They know wine. They know what type of wine I like. They know my mouth very well.
Where is this going, Julian? Are you trying to tell me something?
Wink is an incredible service. Imagine it's Friday. You're tired. You had a long work week. You don't want to... The kids are being loud. You're like, hey, sit down and shut up. Mommy needs a glass of wine. But you can't necessarily...
Sis snapped. Sis snapped.
You can't necessarily run to the store. Well, look, ding dong, knock knock. Open the front door. It's a box. You open it up. A shining light comes out of it. It's Jesus, but not really. It's Wink. It's your new wine that's been hand-selected by the Wink team of delicious, wonderful wine that you didn't even have to exert any mental effort on how to find that wine.
True.
You pull it out of the box. Your husband walks in. Hi, hubby. And you open you open it. You pop the cork. And then you pour it into a glass, take a sip. All of a sudden, your Friday's looking up. The kids have quieted down. They're reading a book on their iPad. And life is great, all because of Wink. This scenario, I know it sounds fake, but it could be you right now.
I want you to get out. Oh my God.
Wink. Go to TryWink. That's TRYWINC.com/Jenna Julien. Guys, you get $20 off your first order, and they're going to cover the shipping cost. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Check it out. Awesome service. That could be your life. Moving on.
You're embarrassing.
I'm embarrassing?
I'm embarrassed.
Do you want me to drop you off like a block away from school so I don't embarrass you?
Yeah, snap. All right, anyways, so moving on. Julien, that was wonderful. I love you, but like, God damn it, I hate you sometimes. You are just the worst.
True love.
True love. Hey, hubby. Okay, my next thing is Differin Gel, Adapalene Gel, 0.1, acne treatment. So when I was a teenager, like early high school, so like maybe 9th grade, I feel like from 7th to 8th grade to like 9th grade, I had like back knee, not super bad, but like to the point where I was self-conscious and I didn't want to wear like tank tops or anything. And my mom took me to the doctor and they had prescribed me Differin when I was like... Which 14
is
or 15.
Currently still...
Well, hold on. So I used it and because I was really nervous. I had gone to like a school dance and I wore like a feather boa to the best of my ability to sort of cover up my back. And like, obviously no one noticed. It's totally like a you thing and no one cares. But after that, I was like, Mom, I was really, like sad to go to this dance because I'm like self-conscious about my back. And she's like, we'll take you to the doctor. We'll get somebody to get you something. And I used this and I swear on my life, it like sort of, because I was washing it with like a regular soap and then putting this on, I think two times a day to begin with, or one time a day, I think like just at night. And it cleared up my skin for like years. Like it didn't come back through college and I like had stopped using it or like used it as like a spot treatment and stuff.
Oh, so a spot treatment, yeah.
And then like it just didn't come back. And then recently I was like, no, some of it sort of is coming back because, as you're getting like older, your hormones change. So your skin's like different than it was when you were a teenager or in college or whatever. So I was like, I saw a commercial that was like the FDA or whoever the fuck just approved Differin to be sold like in...
OTC.
What's OTC?
Over the counter. Sorry.
Yeah, like in a Rite Aid or a CVS. And I was like, that's really exciting because, maybe I would go to a dermatologist. And even though I don't think I've ever done that in my life, really, maybe once. I did one time.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, no.
Or was that just a doctor?
That was just the doctor. Oh. And I was like, that's really fucking dope. So I just went to like CVS and they have it. And I was like, and now I can throw out all my other ones that are just like the salicylic acid or like benzoyl peroxide because I feel like I always have very mediocre results with that. Not really my face. Like I don't really have like acne on my face, but sometimes on like my back or like where your bra strap goes and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's the best and I fucking love it. And you can just get it at CVS. So that's probably my jam.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's a cool story actually. I'm not being sarcastic. That's a really cool story that like it approved to be over the counter and you found it as an adult.
Yeah. Well, like when you asked me to help you, this is what I put on.
Well, you were like, yeah, put some Differin on it. And I was like, I don't know what you just said, but
this is what I put on you, Julie.
Well, on the topic of medicine, this isn't medicine. These are eye drops. I like eye drops a lot. I have naturally really dry eyes, so I pretty much daily take eye drops. And I've gone to eye doctors and I've asked a lot of, doctors questions like, why are my eyes red late at night? Or why, right in the morning, why do I feel like I have to take eye drops? And I just have been diagnosed with like really dry eyes. Like that's what it is. So I have two separate ones that I like. One is approved by my eye doctor and one is absolutely not. This is the one that the eye doctor recommends. You can't see it from here. It's called Cystane Ultra High Performance Lubricant Eye Drops. This basically helps me when I wake up or I'm going to sleep and I've been staring at a screen a long time, I feel strained, my eyes are dried out. This helps really like hydrate my eyes. This makes my eyes feel better, but that's it. If my eyes are red and I put these in, they're going to still be pretty red after. That's where these baby come in. Right here. This bad boy. This guy, he is like He is like your closing pitcher. Bottom of the ninth.
There's like probably 7 of those in and around our couch and just on the floor.
He is my Mariano
They're
Rivera.
everywhere. They're everywhere in this house.
He comes in at a late game.
And then you're always like, where are my eye drops?
I pop one in and my eyes automatically... And this is the one that my eye doctor was like, don't take that one. Don't do it.
Why?
Well, it's just these strain the blood vessels in your eyes to the point where the blood doesn't show anymore.
But it makes them less red.
But it makes them less red. And it's literally the only one that I've used, aside from like prescription ones, which I've had, that make my eyes not red. So it's like these, and I don't have to use these every day. A lot of days I'll wake up and my eyes will be fine. They won't be red. Most times I'll use this. Sometimes I'll use this. But just together, I feel like I have special eyes that have special needs. And I know,
and people are fucking rude about it, honestly, too. People are like, what's wrong with your eyes? What are you, fucking high? And it's really annoying. So I don't blame you, even though your doctor said don't use that. Like, it's really annoying.
Yeah. Having red eyes is not a fun thing socially or on the internet. Because people think you're high all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two. My bad boys right there. Starting pitcher.
My bad boys.
Closing.
Okay. The next 4 of mine are all for the dogs. So I'm going to go through them relatively quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, I can't reach. Kermit, move your body. Okay. So these are actually the second sort of version of this that I've bought. The first ones that I bought were, I bought them from Germany on a website. And because they were sort of like a prototype, and if any of you guys have been watching my videos for a super long time, you might have seen them. But we recently got rid of those just because these new ones became available that were like smaller and lighter and easier and a little better to like change the battery. But I don't know if these are waterproof. The ones from Germany were waterproof.
These look waterproof.
Yeah. So we found these at our like local pet store. And they come in like a super duper long clear tube like this. And this, you know, when you buy it, it's very long. And then you cut it to adjust for your pet size.
I can't open mine.
Let me do my favorites.
I'm holding I'm being your display model.
So is this one Kermies? No, that's Marbles. So they light up and you press it one time. Hey.
Okay, sorry.
You press it one time, like, stop.
I'm putting it on the table.
I was going to show them, and you're wearing it
as a
bracelet.
I'm trying to help it out.
You press, stop. It's
Why
my
can't I
favorite.
touch it? I just want to touch it.
No, I didn't touch your eye drop.
You absolutely did.
No.
Roll it back.
You press it one time to light up solid, and then you press it 2 times to blink. In my opinion, I feel like this should be law. If you live in a city or somewhere where there's like, you know, if you live in the middle of nowhere and you want to walk your dogs at night, who the fuck cares? You know what I'm saying? Or even if you let them run out in a field at night and you want to see where they are. But in my opinion, in a city, these should be law because the difference that they make is just astounding. It's like how by law, you need to wear a light when you're riding your bike. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like these do not substitute as your dog's collar. You slip them over their head like this.
Can you see Kermit?
And we've messed around with the leashes that also light up, but to me, as long as they have a collar on, that's what really makes a difference because then cars and other people walking can see that you have animals and where they are at night. And it's just for safety purposes, this just makes a world of difference. And again, like if you're the kind of person that lives like on a farm or like out in the middle of nowhere and you let your dog sort of like run around at night, this is like amazing because you can always see where they are at night and you don't have to just like rely on them coming when they're being called and that kind of thing. And I just like, I don't know how anybody functions without this. You know, when you walk your dog at night or in the dark or in the rain or like that dusky hour where it's really hard to see no matter what. Like it's just so much safer. And I've had so many people stop me on the street and be like, where did you get those? What are those? That's when they were the old ones and they didn't sell them at stores. Or, you know, they sell the little one that goes on the collar, but you can't see it from behind. You know, if someone's driving from behind you, they can't see your dog's collar blinking in the front, you know. Like a collar option is just like the best thing in the world, and I really feel like it should be a law. Maybe not a law, but like strongly advised. You know what I mean? It should be more required than it is. Like a little kid, would you let your little kid just like run around in the street in the complete dark? You're like, no, dude, that's not safe. Why don't you play in the driveway until the morning? For fuck's sake?
It's really nice to be able to see them at night, especially each by color. It's nice. Peach is the pink one.
Peachy's pink and Bubba is blue and Kuba is green.
Also, the system of measuring their sizes is so very easy. Cool. You just literally cut it to fit the exact size because it comes as a really long.
And then you don't attach their leash or anything to this. Like they wear their collar and leash slide it over as normal, and then they do that again so
they can see without the mic in the way.
Yeah. So like at night, you're slipping it on and off their head, and it's big enough so you can slip it on and off, or if they have a funny shaped head, you can attach it together. But like, you're not going to attach anything to this. You know what I mean? It's just like a little necklace that they wear. But they get really excited when they see
Kermit, you got a pink one?
This one's wheat cheese. Why is it like that? Yes, baby, thank you. And then my next one for the dogs is their car seat. Again, probably the second most expensive thing on this list. But I invested in it maybe 7 years ago, like right around the time I got Kermit or a little after. And I got it from a website called GW Little. I'm sure you could find like the manufacturer of it or like where they maybe sell that. But it straps into the back seat of your car like an actual huge like couch car seat for multiple dogs. And we strap them in there, and it just makes a world of difference because they're up high, so they're less anxious. It's safer for them. They can all sit there together. They're not walking around the car. We're not doing this like we put the car seat in the front, or I don't know. It's just too much. It's just their back seat. They're all in the back seat. If you have multiple little dogs, to me, it was like a life-changing experience to have that car seat.
Yeah.
And then also their dog stairs, which I also got from GW Little. They were not cheap, but that's because I went through maybe 3 wooden stairs that I had gotten from like a PetSmart or a Petco. And all my friends thought they were hilarious little stairs and would step on them and fucking break them. And it used to drive me crazy. In college, it's like everyone's drunk favorite thing to do, step on my little stairs and ruin them. It pissed me off. They were for Mubble. How dare you? But so I finally invested in those like soft ones that are just shaped like scalloped stairs. Mm-hmm. All the difference in the world. And they've lasted at least 7 years now. And Greenies. Greenies is my last dog favorite. I don't know how we survived without them.
It's like drugs to them.
It is. They don't get them like every day, but we give them at night, sort of like, and not dinner, but like bedtime sort of. And it's just their favorite thing in the world. They just love Greenies. They're actual crack for dogs.
So, collars, dog bed, Greenies, and better friends and stairs. Mm-hmm. Friends that won't crush your dog stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, my next item is Fanny Packs in general, but most recently this one. This is an REI small pack.
Ooh.
It's relatively compact, which I like. Because I have a couple big fanny packs, which, they're good. But if you need something low profile that you need quick access.
Low profile, yo. Oh.
High intense, low profile.
Oh.
You have 2 separate pockets, but what's cool about these pockets, and I have a bunch of my favorites inside of them. I'm going to take them out. Inside you have... It almost looks like it was kind of built for cameras because there's like these 2 like pockets, and I put batteries in there for my cameras, and I can hot swap batteries very easily.
And cereal.
And I can pour cereal and eat it out of my fanny pack. And then this outside pocket is even smaller. I put my SD cards in there. See, there's one in there right now.
And cereal.
Pretty nice. And if I'm ever feeling a little crazy, sometimes I'll wear it over my shoulder, but I normally do that with the bigger fanny packs. Since that was a really short one, I'm going to do my flashlights next. These are my
flashlights.
These are the MVPs. These are not all of them. These are just my favorites. I have a diamond headlamp.
Would you consider yourself a flashlight connoisseur? Because I feel like you are.
No. I'm very intro level, but I am subscribed to the flashlight subreddit, so I learn every day. This is a headlamp. I think a headlamp is something that everyone should have, period. It is incredibly helpful for times when you need to do something at night that you weren't planning on doing. Checking the breaker at the back of your house, checking things.
I use that to walk the dogs sometimes.
It's incredibly helpful when you want to be hands-free and you want light. A headlamp, they're super cheap. Mm-hmm. You can get them on Amazon. This is a little higher end one. I got this one at REI. They have some really nice ones that you're going to, and I'm telling you, flashlights, they're fun, man. So like if you get into it, you're going to want to get good ones. So this is mine. It has a couple different settings. And then these are my 2 babies right here. These are Phoenix flashlights. This is the PD35 Tactical. This is my main boy right here. It's a big one.
I'm not joking when I tell you Julian doesn't leave the house without a flashlight on his person.
It uses 18650 batteries.
He takes them everywhere.
Which are big boy batteries. These are not AA's. These are 18650, so they require an entirely separate charging system. Don't know what the last time I charged this battery was. It can go up to, with its strobe mode, 1,000 lumens, which is enough to, like, for temporary measures, blind someone. Not that I would ever want to do that, but there we go. So I'm gonna flash you guys real quick. Bam, really, really bright. This one is like the one I take when we go on trips or we're camping or we're going somewhere, and this is my like grab and go mini version. This one is
if we go to a bar
PD25.
or something like that, out to dinner, and it might get dark, he carries it with him everywhere.
You trying to track down your lift? Hey,
that's literally what he does.
It's incredibly helpful, guys. A good flashlight is worth all. There's peace of mind in having a good flashlight, and you know what? Now I don't go anywhere without mine. So
it also means that I don't need a good flashlight, and I don't need to carry one.
You hear that, ladies
Ever.
and men? Get your flashlights, and your ladies and men won't need one.
Oh my god!
I only got a couple more.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna cut a couple out.
Excuse me, Miss Weech. Yeah, I'll cut some out too. This I feel like is like a life hack. Okay, so we went through so many like throw blankets for the couch, and they were all like, I was unhappy with how big they were. I wanted them to be bigger. And so we did this stupid thing where we go to like Target or whatever and we're looking at the blankets. It's like, oh, it says it's big enough for 2 people, blah, blah, blah. And then finally I like snapped. I had it with throw blankets and their fancy bullshit, and I just don't like it. Don't like it. Not here for it. I just want a big, comfortable fucking blanket. So your girl headed over. Sorry, I can't speak. I headed over to the bedding section, and I said, you know those little blankets that they sell for your bed in a queen size? I forget, are these queen or king size?
They're king. These are huge.
Are they king size? Just get a blanket meant for a bed, not one that's meant as a throw blanket.
But use it as a throw.
But use it as your blanket. So these are like legit. They're the size of a bed, but they're thin enough material to not like, you know, it's not like having a comforter downstairs. But even the ones that we put on top of the couch, like those are queen size blankets meant for a bed. Mm-hmm. But they're the best blankets.
They're amazing. And they're large, which is one thing I appreciate.
Yeah. And now I'm done shopping for throw blankets because we finally have some that we really like that will fit and then not get ruined because they're little. Mm-hmm. Man, I got so sick of fucking little ass blankets.
Yeah, you guys love them too. Your dogs will love them too.
They do love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, get yourself a queen or king sized blanket meant for a bed and use that as your throw. Mm-hmm. If you're down for blanket time.
If you're not down for blanket time, what are you doing though?
I don't know.
All right. My next item is something I use for my camera. I think I've showed this before. I've definitely showed this before, and I think you guys might know what this is. This is made by Peak Design. Okay. And it is a camera belt clip. So basically what you do.
You will get stopped at the airport.
Yeah, TSA doesn't like this. But you put your belt on, and then when your belt's on, you thread this through, and then you loosen the knobs, and your belt goes in between there. So you're basically like clamping this onto your belt. And then what you do is you clip your camera in, and it locks in with this little mechanism right here. You hear, I don't have my camera with me, but you can hear it. It clicks in like. It clicks in like that. And there's even a lock function where if you don't, this is the button that releases it, but if you want it so the button won't release it, you turn it once and then it's locked so that you're afraid of someone hitting it and the camera going flying. Just keep this on. Anywhere I'm carrying my camera, I have this on my belt. Mm-hmm. And it makes filming not only vlogs, but like bigger projects, LMT or whatever I'm shooting where I have multiple things going on. I can't just hold one camera and be occupied with that. I need to be able to like pop it on my hip and do something else. Hugely helpful.
But he does every single time get stopped at TSA and make him take it off and look at it and stuff.
Yeah. Well, lately I just been putting it in my bag.
Yeah.
So I don't have to deal with that. But yeah, when it's in your belt, they don't like that.
They don't like that.
But yeah, it's a belt camera clip, and it works with the attachment plate that goes on right on my tripod. So what my camera, it'll pop on this. I take it off, and with the same mounting plate, it goes on my tripod.
You love that thing.
It's pretty great.
He uses it like every day. My next ones are all beauty related. I'll do them together. Kermit, get up!
Sit.
These is my favorite beautiful people things. This, I think, is like usually around $10. So this one was $11. Again, I think that beauty supply store charges a little more than usual. This is now my second or third one of these. This Wet Detangle Professional. What's the name of the company? Is it just Wet?
Wet brush.
Gross. Wet.
I would have named it Moist.
Gross. This is the best, my favorite hairbrush I've ever used. I love it. My hairdresser years ago was like, oh, do you have a wet brush? And I was like, what the fuck is that? She was like, here. And it looks like any other hairbrush, like the kinds I used to use when I was a kid. They sell them in like black and all different colors. I was like, I don't get why it's great. It just is. You can use it on your wet hair. You can use it on your dry hair. And I literally used the other one like to the bone because I'll style it with heat products and that probably damaged it a little bit after 4 years of use.
It's pretty nice.
So I finally just got a couple new ones, and they're just my favorite fucking brush.
Hey, is that a wet brush?
It's the wet brush.
Oh, shit.
And then Benefit Their Real Mascara is my all-time favorite mascara I think I've ever tried. I just recently tried, they have a new one, Bad Gal Bang or whatever. I still like this better. And my favorite thing in the world is to wear the black on my lashes or like with fake lashes. And then they sell a primer or like a brown mascara on the bottom lashes because it still looks like just as dark, like in a picture or on camera or something like that. But it looks really natural in person and not as like black.
That's tight.
Because I have like really pale fucking white people's skin and black mascara sometimes just looks real scary on my bottom lashes, you know? Just real scary.
I got you.
And my favorite lashes ever. Now listen, okay? Like I've dabbled in some fancy girl lashes, like the crazy expensive ones that are like $26 for like one set. And they're like, well, you can wear it 6 times. I'm like, yeah, I understand. But like I got drunk and one of them fell off and I don't know where it is anymore. Okay. But like I'm all for like maybe a fancier pair of lashes if you're a girl that wears lashes or a guy that wears lashes a lot. But these are like my go-to all the time if I just want to throw on a pair of lashes. These are my shit. They're Ardell Demi Wispies.
Demi Wispies.
Because I feel like you can dress them up enough to be like nice if you wanted to look nice for a night out, but you didn't want to wear a big heavy lash. And they're always good and small enough to be like nice during the day. I mean, depending on your eye size or shape. Maybe you're looking for something really tiny, but for me, it's a good size to wear. And I'm wearing lashes, but they're not super invasive. They look a little more than natural, but not too much. And they're not that expensive in
These
terms
look very
of lashes.
versatile. I like
They
these.
are. That's my shit right
Well
there.
done, well done.
And now they sell them in bigger packs, which I'm happy about because they go through them kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make fun of me for where I leave my lashes.
You left one on my computer the other day, like on my physical laptop.
I'm really sorry.
That's
it was
okay.
probably an accident.
It's all good.
I can probably end my favorites there.
I think I can have my favorites there. I was going to include Tiny Hand, but he's an obvious favorite.
My aunt loves this tiny hand.
Well, yeah, this was cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the favorites. Obviously, we can do this again. We have more things that we can show you. If you want us to focus on any specific sort of favorites or whatever, let us know. But yeah, let us know in the comments what some of these maybe you already use or some of your favorites, because I'm keen to know what you guys use.
Yeah, I agree. Or if you have any flashlight suggestions for Julien.
Let's have a flashlight party. I don't know.
My aunt loves flashlights.
You guys have a wonderful week. This Wednesday, Jenna and I are actually going to be playing in a PUBG tournament live on Twitch. It's going to be pretty fun.
I don't know how I got here.
There's going to be more information soon, so stay tuned.
Shroud's gonna kill me.
Stay tuned on our Twitter, at Jenna Julien, if you want that. But we'll be playing this Wednesday, so check it out. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next week on the next episode, and